Alright, quick, what we in? Yeah?
I don't want to get me here, that is.
Alright, boom, quickly. Right, hold on, one second. So listen, you already know, yeah? See, when it comes to the grooming thing, like, because obviously, prior to all of that, I wasn't really doing it too much. Just getting a young trim and that, looking after the beard, rolling the hair and all of these type of things. But see, when Manscaped came through, they came through and changed the grooming lifestyle in regards to me and a bunch of the other man them. Listen, what's this one called again? Because I always forget the name of it. It's the Lawnmower
4.0.
Because let me tell you this, yeah. One thing that people always ask about is how do they trim their balls safely? That is genuinely a question. But if you go online, type that in and you'll notice a lot of people are always asking. This thing here is absolutely revolutionary. I'm not a man to ever put anything by my balls like that. Maybe if it's a little sexual experience or whatever, we might do it. You understand what I'm saying? But this, you can be as soft as you want or as hard as you want. It will 100% not pierce the skin. It won't. It is great stuff. And this is not even just for the man them. This is also for women. Women, if you, I don't know, want to buy a gift for your guy or whatever it may be, yeah? My man's in the way. If you want to buy a gift for your guy and all of that type of stuff too, listen, this is a sensational gift for your boyfriend, situationship, whatever it may be. They may not necessarily even know that they need it, but it's a great thing to have. There's a little balls toner in there. Yeah. Grass Clark, the deodorant one I've been using.
Balls deodorant. Oh, have you used that?
Yeah.
I haven't used that much.
So
It's good to know. I'm not even gonna lie, good. And it, like, you put it on, makes it nice and warm and all of these type of things. What have they got to do?
Go to the link down below. You can get 20% off and free shipping.
And free shipping?
Yeah, man. Just use the link.
And listen, get some of the balls deodorant and that as well. I'm not a man who really needs this too much, but you know what? This here,
is it good?
Bro, you cream the body in that now, yeah, and you come out of the shower and then just put a little something on your balls and that afterwards and that. I feel like a whole different type of don.
I'll start using it.
One more time, what they do?
Yeah, click the link down below, get 20% off and free shipping.
And then come back and thank man. Like, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
you're welcome.
Yeah, people like, some people have actually been doing that as well, just taking a couple pictures or whatever.
Yeah, quite a few friends have sent me pictures and getting it.
What?
Yeah, no, not taking pictures of their balls.
Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
They got to thank you though.
Mad.
Pay homage.
Yeah. Now, people have just been coming back and using it and being like, you know what, Chucks? Can't even lie. You didn't even gas this up too much. It's actually good. Can't even lie to you. But,
the bag's nice as well. That little bag there.
Yeah,
brother! Man could walk road with, obviously not with this. Man could walk road with this. Yeah, bro.
That's the Marvin Abbey bag.
Bro. Mr. Exposed bag.
Yeah, it is.
So you're on there already.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're in, by the way. Oh, we're in. And Mitch is with man and that as well.
Well, go on.
Brother, listen. I'm so happy to see the man them. I can't even lie. I'm so happy to see the man them. Obviously, I spoke to Poet a couple of times. I spoke to Callum a couple of times. But yeah, I got the vid, bro. I got the vid. Bro, it feels like I ain't been here for time. It feels like I have not been here for time. Man got licked down. I swear we got licked down around the same time. Because when I hit you was in bed.
Yeah. Because I remember Mitch got it. Mitch, did you get licked down?
I had it 2 weeks before you, man.
And then I got it. And then next thing you know, you got. I was like, yo,
it's crazy.
It's coming.
Do you remember on the you might not even remember, yeah, but the pod that we did before, we were both saying, right, it feels like it's coming close to home. We were both saying that.
That was the only thing coming home this summer. It is mad.
Oh my.
COVID is crazy, bro.
Brother.
Everyone's going to get it at some point.
Yeah.
You can't avoid it.
Can I be honest? There was a small part of me that was like, I finally got this thing out of the way. Like, I finally got it out of the way. Because there was a moment where I was starting to feel like maybe I can't even catch this thing.
He was indestructible.
What? Listen.
Immune.
But you know what though, yeah?
Go on.
CT. Conspiracy theory.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm just mixing it up. I don't really believe it, but mix it up, man. Friday. You know what I'm saying, Mitch?
Yeah, it's a bit.
I'm just saying, when did it get so... Did it go gym?
Brother.
Did the COVID go gym or did someone just make it... Because it wasn't as this accessible for me, but now it's in the hood, it's stronger. Man are getting licked down like ice cream. It's mad. So I'm just saying, what's going on, Marvin Gaye?
This variant here was a madness.
But where did this variant come from? Like, how did this variant...
I didn't even know there was a different variant.
So did someone make this and then say, you know what, you're not taking this thing serious?
There's
It's
a
gonna make
Delta
a
one,
next
innit?
variant.
Yeah.
Do you think it was the Delta thing?
Yeah, is this the new one that's going on around right now? Is that called Delta?
So the Delta one came around 3 months ago, but there's no guarantee that the one we got is the Delta one or the other one. I just think because it did its rounds with the old people last year.
Yeah.
Now it's just getting us because most of them have been vaccinated and whatnot, and we're just out here. I remember they opened everything. We're partying. We've been in dances where these things are like really spreading easy. Humid conditions. People are whining on people again. Like it's you're gonna catch it.
Mine licked me. Mine didn't even lick me down in stages. It licked me down.
Same.
Like in one moment.
What were your symptoms?
You know it's so mad,
Chucks?
yeah.
What's the symptoms?
I'll tell you in just a second, yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? Like I remember saying to myself, I had to go Denmark, innit? Yeah. But I was supposed to have lunch with Julie. Julie cancelled because she said she was going away, and she was like, you know what, yeah, I feel like it's probably better that I just sort of stay in my yard and that, because obviously this thing's been going on, and she didn't want it to stop her trip. So I thought maybe I should do that. I thought I got to go away on Wednesday and that. Really, what I should do is, if I got work obligations, then I'll do it. If I catch it, I'm unlucky. But other than that, this weekend, I'm probably just going to just chill.
Yeah.
That same day that I thought that, yeah, maybe about 5 hours after that, everything in one lick, bro. And I didn't even know, when all this was happening, I didn't even know that I had the Rona, you know. I just thought, like, I just started to get a mad headache. Then my legs started aching me. Then I started sweating. And then I started shaking. But in my mind, again, I'm not even thinking in my head, I'm just thinking, bro, what's going on? Like, then it started to get to about 8 o'clock, and I thought, I need to just go to my yard and just, you know, I'll swear it out or whatever it may be.
You didn't take a test straight away?
No, I didn't take a test straight away. I went home and I went straight to my bed.
Bro, see me, so mine's the opposite. When I started feeling what you was feeling, I woke up on a Saturday and I started feeling it, I just knew, bro. I knew. Because you know your body. Do you know what I mean? My body just didn't feel right. I just had this weird headache, sweats, everything.
Did you have any aches?
I had aches.
Is it? Yeah.
I had aches. I had every symptom under the sun. But it killed me the worst when it got to like day 6, 7, and 8.
Right.
When I started getting the shortness of breath and the loss of smell and taste.
Yeah.
I didn't have that for the first 4 days. When that kicked in now, I was like, yeah, this is long.
Yeah. Did you lose your taste?
I think so.
That's how mine was to begin with.
What?
I think so. Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I didn't know.
you know, bro. Trust me. Everything tastes like plain porridge. Like you can't taste anything.
Why do you think that you don't know? Because this is why this would be interesting to me. Why do you think that?
Because I was so angry about catching Rona, and I was really taking some medicine. And that medicine I was taking, you just want to eat to fill the spot.
Right, okay.
So you're not really thinking about
Taste.
I'm not Tiger. So I just done my thing. I'm just trying to fill the spot. And mostly in my head, I'm just trying to get through this process. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah.
But when I go out, like you know, we went out the other day, me, you, Harry. Yeah, Peruvian chicken, mashed potato.
Okay.
I'm just trying to taste the food.
Yeah.
When I'm in my yard, I'm just trying to get through this thing. So I don't know if I. Do you know what I'm saying?
100 million%. Because this is the thing, yeah. I realized that this next day, I thought, I think I might even have this thing. But then I've gone to have breakfast, yeah, late, by the way, because these times I don't even want to eat. But I've got granola and yogurt, yeah. And then when I've tasted it, I just thought, this just tastes odd. But again, in my mind, I'm still not even thinking I'm just thinking, you know what, maybe because I just don't even want to eat. Maybe it's just because I didn't even want to eat. Then, you know, when I realized that I lost my taste and my smell,
Go on.
I took a shit.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, you told
And what
me
happened?
this.
I could not smell nothing. I was like, what?
Yeah. That would
Brother,
be for a week. I couldn't smell shit.
Fam, do you know how much of a mindfuck that was to me?
Wild.
I've always smelt my shit for my whole life.
Yeah, it's mad.
This day, I took a shit and I could not smell bro, and you know the maddest thing is, I didn't even realize in the beginning I couldn't smell nothing until after a while I thought, rah, like, I can't even smell. That's when I thought, shit.
No, Charles, let me just tell you something. This is how I knew. I had McCoy's, yeah, cheese and onion. Anyone that eats crisps knows they are the strongest cheese and onion crisps you can find, fam. All seasoning, flavor in the ridges.
Yeah.
I'm eating it, bro. couldn't taste a thing. Imagine your whole life, your program. Because you know, usually when you open it, it's like conditioning. You open the packet, you smell it.
Yeah.
You put the bite in.
Yeah.
It's like your brain almost knows. Imagine doing that. You don't smell that and you eat it, and it just tastes like you're eating like just paper.
Yeah, it's weird.
Also, I'll throw it to you. I can't cook. I had sleep for dinner the other day. So more times...
that there. Did you man see that when he said that? That killed me. He's in bed and he's like, yeah, man that live alone, they know like I'm having sleep for dinner. He put the cover on the window. Bro, I was dying. I wanted to chop my phone. And man said he had sleep for dinner. That's a real thing, you know, when you live by yourself.
Thing, bro.
I had it bare times, bro.
Cause I was just tired of having Weetabix for dinner. I said, what's going on, fam? So just my eating process.
It's mad anyway.
Yeah, like I'm the wrong person to ask. It probably did go.
Yeah.
We know about having sleep for dinner. That's some
nuts.
real shit.
Bro, my smell didn't go though.
Didn't it?
Nah. Cause that's something I pick up on. I don't know why, but my smell didn't, like, I could remember, I could still smell. I would spray clones and that smells nice. And
You can smell that medicine, yeah.
I couldn't.
Bro,
Yeah.
the medicine my mum gave me is like garlic, all of these things.
Oh, that's not the medicine I was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
The medicine is always smell. The neighbours moved out. So yeah, I hear you. Like,
Medicinal purposes only.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're going too far.
Yeah. It's gone too far.
Wasn't further than this. The medicine.
That was real far, yeah. So I don't know, man. COVID's just a weird one, though. It's a very weird one. The one thing I did get, and it really bothered me, it was just annoying me, is the leg aching, bro.
That's exactly what I had.
Couldn't deal with it.
long.
I would stand up for literally, bro, like 2-3 minutes, cuz. And my right leg is like big, man. Like I put, you know when you put football towards, like, say you're playing last 5 minutes, and then you like your legs just a bit aching. You might, bro. It felt like I just kicked ball, bro.
Yeah.
Every minute I was just in bed, bro. I couldn't deal with it.
I feel like an OAP, man.
Yeah.
Proper old, like you felt like you aged 20 years. Like I was walking to the kitchen and getting shortness, but I got asthma, so it hit me hard anyway. It hit me like extra. Yeah, we spoke on WhatsApp about it.
Yeah. I didn't have the breathing thing. I didn't have too much of an issue with that. But other than that, I had everything else. I had it super strong, and I always thought I was gonna get through it. I was just like, you know what? I just have to just lay in bed and just chill and just relax. That's what I did. And you know what? I fell in love with Homes Under the Hammer.
Dion Dublin.
What?
Is Dion Dublin still doing that?
Is Dion still on it?
He's still on it. If that was,
Dion.
listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, if that would have been on all day, I'd have watched that all day.
Swear.
Homes Under the Hammer. And what's the other one where they go to New Zealand or some shit like that? That one was kind of shit, but I kind of grew to like it. Basically, it's a family from here, and then it's like, could you move to New Zealand? So they take the family all the way to New Zealand, and then they go house shopping and all of this type of shit. And then like every 10 minutes, not 10 minutes on the TV, they like flip the thing, like, could you stay in New Zealand or could you stay in England? They have a whole family and they just twist it. Where would you like to stay? And then everyone says, New Zealand! Or once someone says, England, and then the family's a little bit split, and then they do, it's all them old people shits. I was on them. I watched all of them. And what's the other one?
Daytime TV now.
What's the other one now? Where they at the airport? What do they call that one?
Oh shit! Yeah, I know.
Border Patrol.
Border Patrol, but it's not called that. It's not
really.
called that though.
But it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
Thing.
Yeah.
What's that called again?
Huh? All of those type
You
of
said
things.
there was a
on.
silver lining then. You just started catching some sick shows. Or it's not that
Yeah, like, do you know what? It wasn't even that I was catching 6 shows. I just was watching them and starting to enjoy them. But I didn't find anything, like, I didn't take that time to, like, go on Netflix and find shit to watch or, like, yeah, the only thing that I watched religiously was Homes Under the Hammer, that fucking Border Patrol thing, the New Zealand thing, and Love Island.
YouTube?
Even then,
Swear.
bro, I didn't even really keep up with that much. I watched, like, a little bit of Flagrant, like Andrew Schultz's pod, but I couldn't get into anything.
Did
Sorry, one thing I did, Vlad's interview with a guy called Dean, what's his name? Gene Dell. Sick. It's actually really good. He was Puffy's security guard, and he kind of talks about the whole situation from his perspective when Biggie like got shot and whatever, and he was there and whatever. It was really good.
So you got new people to incriminate themselves, basically, Vlad.
He's not incriminating him. So he's
they
just
don't rate Vlad, innit?
He's just sitting there and just talking about it. He's just talking about it. But I think, like, for me, it was just the insight in, like, how just the whole the business and stuff was running back then or whatever, which I thought was quite interesting. But other than that, bro, I could not watch nothing.
One little benefit I got from COVID, you shouldn't really say there's benefits with COVID, but man leaned up a little bit.
Oh, did you?
I mean? I wasn't eating.
Yeah.
I had about 5 meals in like 10 days.
Oh, is it?
I wasn't eating. My appetite was gone.
I was
My
eating.
stomach fat just
Serious?
dropped off. Forget the Atkins diet, the COVID diet.
Yeah.
Nah, I had to
I'm
eat.
joking. I'm joking.
Do you know what? Yeah, one thing I
Don't get
did,
the COVID diet.
one thing I felt the COVID trying to do is prevent me from eating. And
You did not have it.
I could audition for Oxamad. I'm not on it. So I said to myself, I will shove this food down my throat.
Yeah, he always does this. When he gets ill,
I'm like,
you're always like,
eating.
there's one thing my father told me. You gotta put like soldiers in there. What did you say?
Yes.
Something like that. They got
My father told me there's a war going inside your body.
That's it.
The man them have gone to the block. Send the man them send some more. The oranges, the vitamin C troops are in there now. The rice and peas and chicken. Troops are in there
What stops you
now.
from cooking? Can you cook, Mitch?
Chuckie, there's a
Laziness,
couple of
laziness,
things.
man.
It's
It's
not
laziness.
just laziness
For me,
though.
it is. It's laziness.
It's like this. When do I know what time I'll be hungry?
I hear that.
Yeah, but that's why you prepare.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why you
beforehand.
keep the
Most people
kitchen
prepare.
stocked.
But you know,
Not
on
even
the
stock. Like some people season the meat when they're not hungry. So in the morning
That's
they'll
what I
like cut
do.
up the meat, season
okay.
it, put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, I'm hungry now. Bam. Whoosh, in the pan.
You hear what you said? Oh, I'm hungry now.
Oh, it's now the key.
But the food isn't ready.
Yeah.
That's a problem for me.
It's 30 minutes from being ready. That's the time it takes. To
Deliveroo.
to
I was
deliver
just
it.
about
But
to
when
say
it's
that.
Deliveroo, I'm situated like this, watching porn. When I'm doing, when it's situation, I'm now cooking. I have to do.
better never
I
be
don't know about
hungry
you,
around
man.
me, boy.
When I'm hungry,
Yeah.
don't be around me. I admit it. Don't be around me.
Right.
I've come here hungry sometimes.
Have you?
It's
Okay,
just-
let me ask you this: have you cooked before? Have you attempted and cooked and it come out nice?
I got food poisoning.
Well, do you know what I think? I think that makes the difference, though. You know, because if you cook something, even if it's just super light, there's like an endorphin that is released when you cook something and it tastes good, and you
Is it?
kind of want
Yeah.
to, and you kind of want to cook.
Sense of accomplishment.
And yeah, it's that.
I've
too.
learned that recently.
But
Yeah,
then,
but
and then
it
what happens is then
Go
you
on.
probably start to cook the same thing over and over again.
Yeah,
so you get bored
yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But Chuckie,
yeah.
when I was younger, yeah, I won't lie to you. In food tech, breakfast, I was flinging it down until my mum said to me, "Anyone can do a fry up." Then my confidence is knocked now. I don't want to cook no more. She's not.
I
I'm
thought I
doing
was gonna say a
scrambled
Weetabix
eggs.
or something like that.
Blood, I was doing the most in the kitchen. Little scrambled egg, the toast and the beans and little pepper on the. I was getting mad at it. I used to eat bacon. Then don't judge me. Bacon's running and.
Yeah. Pineapple on
Now,
pizza and that.
Do you know what I realize about cooking? Anyone can cook.
Of course.
It's not about actually. No, but I mean like even people that are bad at cooking can cook because all you're doing is heating food up. Essentially, you put it in a pan or whatever. The key is in the
It's
seasoning
right.
and the timing.
Yes.
That determines if you can actually cook.
I
The
feel like-
timing of when you take it out, put it in, do you check
Yeah,
on
like
it? How you
bacon is
seasoned
harder
it.
than cooking because bacon
Oh,
is more
facts.
precise.
Oh, it's a skill.
With cooking, you can
Really?
just fling. Yeah.
Bacon,
Oh,
you
I
need
think
If you
I
get
find it the
flour
other
and
way
all of
around.
that shit wrong, then you're fucked. And that's the the basis of that. With cooking, it's like
But there's less
throw it
flavors
in the oven and
involved
it'll
in
cook.
bacon. I feel like with cooking, you've got to know what flavors you're putting with what.
but you can try things in.
But that's why I said it's not about cooking, it's more about seasoning and all of that.
Right, yeah.
Cooking, literally, you could take food,
Yeah.
put it in the
Yeah,
oven,
true.
and it will cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
And
me-
if it gets to a certain point of cooking, you can eat it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all about the preparation and how you plan
There
it.
it
and
is.
stuff.
My mother
preparation.
said anyone can cook,
Yeah.
but not most people can prepare a meal.
Strong.
So when you prepare a meal, it's like I used to say back in the day. Watch Poets Corner back in the day. It's a bit controversial, but who cares? No medicine then, them is. But what I will say is, yeah, some food should go on a journey. The chicken can't be ready in 20 minutes. I can't play 2 games of FIFA and now we're eating. And I said I was
Yeah,
hungry.
yeah, yeah.
Like when I say to my mum I'm hungry.
But once it's cooked,
It's
see, once you cook it though, and it tastes banging.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is the thing. That's why my growing up, cooking's always been a process with my mum. Like it's
100, yeah.
so my mind, cooking is not something that I can do all of these jobs I do, go home and start. It just can't run like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that sort of. No, this is
You
I go
got-
around
you have
Tony's
to
house. And,
prioritize, isn't it? You
no, but
gotta
I go
prioritize.
Tony's house and Rose's house and
Or you
Callum's
said
house.
it's-
Food is ready in half an hour. I don't know. The,
Callum can cook still.
That was nasty.
Not
But,
about half an hour.
One thing that my mum used to do, yeah, that I hated at the time, but it was one of the most beneficial things for me, yeah. When I turned 13, every Thursday I had to cook.
Serious?
That's really
I
good.
That's good, that's
I
tasty.
could
So
not
good.
get any. I couldn't get around it.
Yeah.
That day was your day where you're gonna learn how to cook something. So even if it meant I had to cook the same thing over and over again or whatever to practice, it was like, you know, my mum would give me the option. What do you want to learn how to cook today? And then she would teach me. And the only excitement I got from it in the beginning was when it was done, because I'm like, I cooked it. Like,
What
even
were
though my
some of
mum
the
helped
prominent
me.
meals? What were some of the meals you can remember growing up? that
Just a
mum
lot of
used to cook?
Caribbean, like a lot of
Of
Caribbean
course.
types of food, but then also like, you know, quick stuff as well, like different types of pasta and all of that. But then when I moved out, that became a big beneficiary to me, because then I knew how to just whip up certain quick things or whatever. I think the only thing that I'm probably still not good at is I still need preparation. I still need to, if I'm cooking today, I need to know at home I've got these things that I can cook. I can't just go home and just open up the cupboard and then just whip up the big madness.
We just discussed that. Remember we were saying some people can come to your yard and find a meal that you never saw. When I'm cooking, don't come to my house.
When I see, like with chicken and all of that stuff, I prepared that. Like I will season it up in the morning, and then I'll go and do my thing, whatever. And when I come back later on, I'll cook it up properly and do all of that type of stuff. And yeah, man. But
mum raised you right.
Yeah, that there, learning how to do that at that age was a good thing for me. I hated it.
So what you're saying essentially...
I hated it. But honestly, I'm not even joking, yeah. If I could skip Thursdays, I'd have skipped Thursdays. I hated it. The only bit that I liked was once it was done.
So we got to parent ourselves is what you're saying?
Yes.
That's long, man. I'm not on it, man. I'm not cooking. I'm not on it. I'm just not cooking. Facts. Man, that's to parent themselves. Like even through COVID, I have to parent myself, discipline myself. You have to eat.
Yeah, it's called adulting.
I'm not on it, man. I moved out, man. I moved out to
just want to flex.
I want to flex.
Yeah, I hear that. Just vibes.
You know what I'm saying? Just want to do my thing. I can't.
So you want to keep having sleep for dinner?
Man will keep having sleep.
That's a good point.
If you can get someone that can come and be in your house and cook though, then boy, it's a win-win, isn't it?
No, but especially
if they love doing it.
Yeah.
Like meeting someone who loves cooking is a good thing.
But parent ourselves, you said every Thursday you have to cook. That just sprung. If I just do every one day, a couple of men that can't cook, we come around, we have to learn.
Yeah.
You did it for a year.
Yeah.
That might work.
I think that when you learn how to do it, if you ever do, yes, there's something that tells me that you will be a chefers. There's something that would tell me that you would be a chefers, bro.
Do you know what
I think you're blocking yourself.
Do you know what I'm on? Let's just make a lot of money and have a chef.
Yeah.
Because when I go around certain footballers' yards, bro, I
hear that.
I can't lie. Yeah. The chef comes round and it's mad. It's just mad.
I hear that.
It's like a catering. Like we're talking high quality food.
But Mitch, here's a little message to these footballers. Dear footballers, that wage you've got will run out soon. You've got about 10 years. So you keep getting that chef, eventually you're going to have a cook.
Yeah, but there's
if I got money like that, by the way,
probably still have a chef.
No, man, he's over there family settings. Family settings with Rio. Proper for real.
Yeah, but even then, yeah, to be fair, like I hear it, of course.
Rio cooks actually.
Home cooked food is home cooked food, yeah, but you know what, like, yeah, maybe like there's something nice about going home and like, you know, my family cooked a meal.
Oh yeah, it's different.
You get what I'm saying? Like my family, I come home, my missus, you know what I mean, whipped it up today or whatever it may be, as opposed to then just always having the chef in. Bro, and maybe I don't understand that life, innit? But
it is nice. I've experienced it once at the Sidemen house before. When JJ had a chef and he was training, and we were there shooting. And she was just like, oh, do you want in? You want some food? I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bang.
It's elite though. They trust me. The way they garnish it, everything. It's a serious thing.
Yeah, but we're missing out on stuff. You know what? The only person I'll have to cook for me is my girl. Fuck a chef. Because, you know, no disrespect to them. No disrespect. But for me, there's just certain things that just leave my kitchen alone. Let it be my woman, because there's certain experiences we can have beside the food that makes it more interesting. I would play R. Kelly Sex in the Kitchen, but R. Kelly cancelled himself, so I can't do that. But you see what I'm saying? There's just vibes I want to have. I can't have that with a chef with his top hat and he's just intrusive and he's looking at me.
And I like the idea of my missus saying, this is my keep, like, no one come in. Yeah, I'm in here whipping.
So even if you was 100 M's up, you'd still want it like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't want that shit. I can't lie to you, I'm not really on that. Man.
Yeah, I kind of probably would still.
Maybe a mix.
Yeah, a mix.
Chef during the week.
Because it depends on what it also does depend on what the dynamics are in my household, yeah. Because if I'm 100 M's up and that doesn't mean that everyone in the house is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Everyone can't just be sitting at home doing nothing.
No, but if you're 100
what's going on? What babes? Have you got a biz? What is there? Like, what's going on? Like, we can't. I don't want to just be coming home and no one's doing nothing.
Bro, if you got 100 M's, that means you're busy, bro. Like, you probably run businesses and you're doing.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean everyone else is.
The more money you make, the less you do.
That's true.
The more money I've made, the less I've done.
So do you think Jeff Bezos is just cooling at home? Nah,
What?
Brother.
Jeff Bezos is
on the next thing.
What do you mean he's not cooling at home? These brothers
working.
are
Bro, he's
These
busy.
are working.
My brother.
I know
working more than broke people.
Maybe I don't know, but I do know. I know I've been around a lot of wealthy people, and I'm fortunate enough to remember. I make a decent amount of money as well. If I wanted to stay at home every single day for a month, at the end of the month, I'm still.
No, you could.
So if that's me, that's me. The man up there. I'm telling you, Mitch.
I'm telling you, bro, that's why they get to the level they're at. They don't stop. These people are
if you're talking about the Jeff
working.
Bezos and them people,
that's a whole.
You can't get to that level by like not doing anything.
They don't stop, bro. And do you know what it is? They're always thinking about what's next. Even they're not even like just resting on their laurels. They're thinking about how we can change.
And
the
also,
world
to be honest, 9 times out of 10, those guys aren't even doing it for the money.
No, of course not.
They're doing it just for the sport.
Nah, man,
it's fucking
control.
sick.
Yeah,
definitely.
Honestly, I think they're bored, bro. I remember the top dons in my working office, fam. Top boys, top with Tottenham Hotspur.
Man said bored.
They don't do nothing, fam. Man's been Brazil with them. They're on their laptop. They ain't doing shit. He's on Facebook. This is not work. Honestly, I'm not saying that they haven't done.
Hold on, are they employed or self-employed?
1 second. I reckon most of the work you envision them doing has been done beforehand. Now they're just. I've seen these dons in Jamaica cooling off, and I'm not saying they don't work, but I think all the hard work you're referring to, it's been done. Man, I'm chilling now. Like all the work I had to do, filthy fellas. I know how hard I had to work at the start. I had to work my ass off with filthy fellas at the start. Now I'm fortunate enough to know that there's a big team. I don't have to come in for a month, but I wouldn't do that. Obviously, my mentality is still we go, but I have definitely earned the right to rest. So I think a lot of them, man, if they're 100 M's up, bro. Who the hell wants to be? You're 100 M's.
I'll agree with that point. The hard work is already done. The
hard
work is definitely already done.
So I reckon they're calling a lot. They're calling more than you think.
I think a lot of their work that happens with them now is in their mind, innit? Like it's constant thinking of what is the next mad one? Yeah. You know what I mean? What is the dot that needs to be connected in some way? Do you know what I mean?
That's why they all go on these dumb spiritual journeys talking about incense and fucking bollocks, blood.
But you know what? Some of them probably only do that because their family wants them to do that. They probably don't even want it. If it was up to them, they would just be tapped in to what it is that they're on all of the time. But you know what? Of course, if you've got a family, you've got kids, you got whoever else, or you maybe friends, whoever people that say you need to have a bit of balance in it. But it is like switching off is a difficult thing anyway for anyone that is like either passionate about something or running a business.
I think, do you know what it is though, and this I can only speak for me personally, I feel like I want to work hard and get to a place with money where then you can begin to experience and explore spiritual things more. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when you're working now and do what you're doing, you can do it now, but I'm so caught in this Western rat race trying to make money, not fall behind, that I just feel like for me personally, I ain't got the time to do that. But I feel like if I got 100 ends up, I could begin to really explore the spiritual
Do you think
things.
though, really though? Because you said we say 100 M's, yeah. Okay, but let's say you got 80 M's.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference?
No, 80 M's then. I'm just picking a random figure. I'm just saying when you're gone clear, bro. Basically.
Yeah, but sometimes what does gone clear? What does gone clear even really look like? Because sometimes I think that like everyone will work until they've gone clear, gone clear, and they just that's not enough.
Yeah, the goalpost changes, innit?
Yeah, because like maybe it depends on how quick you've gone clear. But if you've gradually got there, then your lifestyle becomes accustomed to this gone clear stage anyway. Yeah. And when does it even really stop?
No. I think things with I don't know. I'm recently become a believer in God, but I'm not trying to be like the Jehovah's Witness at your door. Like I ain't trying to do any of that shit. But what I will say is, cause it's a compromise. Like I advise people, it's a compromise. If you want your life to actually be a little bit more easier and have a bit more understanding, and cause if you allow yourself to take some type of journey with God, I'm telling you, bro, you can't just do work, be around people, work. The human brain and the body and all of that was not designed for that. There is nobody just designed to work. So there needs to be a point where you find a real cool balance. So when you're at work, sometimes if you keep working, you just get pissed off. You're so wrapped up in what you do, you start judging it and comparing it to next people and so on and so forth. The good thing about, and I know some people say spirituality, I just say God, fam. With God, it just gives you understanding on what's happening. with God, I think family. So when I'm hard working, I'm like, oh, this is for my family anyway, fam. So you chat some shit, but it doesn't matter, bro. And it's just that balance that I think is good. If you look at it like my entry point into this situation is when I'm gone clear, it's kind of like what Chuckie said, fam. That them goalposts will consistently move, but that beautiful place of God will always be there.
Yeah. I don't know if there is there's a gone clear stage, really, innit? And then even when people have gone clear, how much times do they end up not doing that and then fucking being hella depressed?
Do you know who was gone clear but never hella depressed? Tell him I found this out the other day. I cannot believe it.
He wasn't depressed.
Never. I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
Do you know this man?
Who's that?
Who is that?
Let's go do something. The richest man that ever lived.
400
billion.
Yeah, I know
He
about
was
this guy.
our brother.
Is he Africa?
From Mama Africa.
Which part?
Let's find out. Do some research. I was watching porn. Let me just get out.
Did he? Is he still alive now? Or is he?
No. This was like
Mansa
100 years
Musa.
ago.
The picture to the camera.
Oh, I've heard of this guy.
and the wealth was that's 400 billion equivalent to today.
Today, yeah.
Jesus, look at him.
So I wonder what happened with his family.
He looks OG'd up though.
Can I see?
He looks
Put it on the
OG'd
screen,
up.
please.
It does.
Can I see?
No.
Oh yeah, I've seen a picture of this done before. Still, well, I wonder what like the descent like. What happened to the family?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know.
But even he was like hidden.
Huh?
Like people don't talk about him being the richest man ever who lived.
Of course
one
not.
talks
You can't
What
about
was
that.
it
They
through?
changed
Like
the history.
what type of resource was it?
It was through a like
Oh.
resource, not like a
Is it like
company.
oil or
Oh,
coal?
was it oil or something like that?
It wasn't
And then
oil.
somewhere down the line. You know
Oil,
what usually
yeah.
probably
Gold.
happens? Do you know?
I don't know. I feel it, I remember it being something obscure that I was like, oh, that's kind of random, but fair play. I think it was salt.
Salt. Okay.
I think it was salt. Yeah,
Rich or salt?
I think
Yeah.
so.
why I
I
love
could
the
be wrong,
brothers, you
but
know.
it was something like that. Really random.
When was? How long ago was this?
I don't know.
Do you know what
Rich
actually
of
happens?
salt.
Yes,
Yeah.
man. Do you know what ends up happening though? Yeah, is that person now,
What's his
who's
name?
super smart or whatever,
I'll
or
find out.
born into it, whatever it may be, yeah, they die, yeah. It's alright, don't worry, it's fine. They die, and then no one else, for whatever reason, has the proper business acumen to carry it on. And you know, like if you
That's
go,
peak. That's peak.
you see, even when you go to like places, I went to Bishop's Avenue that other day, yeah, and like there was one yard in particular that, you know, for people who don't know, Bishop's Avenue is like one of the most expensive streets in the country or something.
No, in the
like
world.
that. Is it in the world? Yeah,
Yeah, in the world.
Oh, okay. But the houses are fucking insane.
Beautiful.
Yeah? But there was like one yard in particular, yeah. Everything was all super overgrown and all of that type of stuff.
Oh, this is interesting. He earned and lost his fortune.
While he was alive,
Yeah.
When
What
was
a
he alive?
hero.
What century was it?
lost.
14th century.
Someone tried to.
Last war.
You understand what I'm
Last
saying?
war.
Exactly.
What? Christopher Columbus still out in discovery?
Right.
Barkside.
I'm telling
Malcolm
you.
Pope.
Lost. What?
That's a.
Oh,
That's a fresh.
shit.
Go on. Go for it. Go for it.
4.6 trillion equivalent.
How do you
wealth.
even count that?
I don't know.
Yeah, especially back then.
That's nuts.
It's an estimate. It has to be.
Yeah, of course it's an
He
estimate.
got robbed.
But
fam.
yeah, anyway, it's
Probably
like
not
you
far
get
off
these
it.
like big yacht, whatever it is, yeah, and then you get people that like a, I don't know, business owner, whoever, or maybe even a certain inheritance, yeah. And then what happens is that like over a while people die, but then no one, as like it starts going into the younger generation or whatever, no one knows how to even really deal with it and I even maintain it in that. I actually met a guy, I met him through someone actually. His parents died, yeah, and left him just bare yards. Just literally, this man has got a crazy amount of like a big portfolio of yards and that, yeah. He just doesn't even know what to do with them. And you would think that all you need to do is just get someone to like
Tenants.
yeah, like tenants or. But even then, you will need someone who's going to be able to manage all of that, all of the money that's coming in and out, or whatever. And then also think about it like lights are not working, this ain't working, that the tenants need.
Yeah.
You understand all of these type of things, yeah. Man don't know how to deal with that.
And then it goes to shit.
It just goes to
Things
shit,
don't
bro.
get maintained,
And the money doesn't.
and then-
And the thing is, the money means nothing to him really because he's just had loads of money. So it's not like it's a thing where, well, do you know what? What I'll do is I'll just sell all the houses and just keep the money aside or whatever. Right? It's just it just gets overwhelming to the point where once he dies, in his inheritance, he probably just will leave that to the cat.
But that's why I rate certain cultures, because it's like they instill the importance of like family business and stuff like that. So you even see it in some like Indian cultures and stuff. You see the family working in whatever their business happens to be, and they make sure the family know the importance of it. And when they pass on, it carries on. In the ends, there'll be the same off license there for years. And you saw Boss Man there when you was a youth, and now his son is now running it. Or it could be like the post office. I'm just picking the stereotypical place.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand.
They keep it going, and then 20 years you go ends, and it's still there.
But do you know what is mad with that though? Sorry. Do you know what is mad with that though? Is that okay? At what point though does it get to a point where it's like, but dad or mum, I want to just do my own dream. I want my dream. Do you get me? I watched one I watched a documentary. I watched a documentary where this person had what's this disease? It's this disease where your whole body just shuts down, whatever. It's so mad, yeah. Anyway, when he realized that he had it, he was like, boom, it's not curable and all of that stuff. He actually wanted to go to, is it Switzerland you can go to get the injection? Where is it you can go to die?
Oh, yeah. I think
it's like one of them places.
Euthanasia.
Yeah, euthanasia. But anyway, he was like, straight away, when he realized he had it, he knew, like, my time is limited, yeah. So straight away, he's saying to his daughter, boom, this is how you run the business, this is how you think, whatever. So the whole documentary was about that. And she was learning how to run the business and stuff, yeah. But I was thinking to myself, like, okay, yeah, she's doing that for her dad and that, yeah, and this is a really deep thing, but like, her passion is not his passion. So like, at what point then do you as a parent say, yes, I'm running all of this and ultimately I am kind of doing it for you, but if you don't want to do it, then...
Do you know what? I think it's interesting. That's when I say, I love God. A lot of people's religion, without knowing, is money.
True.
I'm telling you, it's
That's
money.
True.
Their religion is money. They will go on stage and say, I like to thank God. No, you probably like to thank the Bank of Scotland, England, this. Like, you just love money so much. So when you have a business, you haven't thought about life, a village, and the purpose that someone has within a village.
That's true.
You've just gone, this is my business. I'm keeping it family. I'm passing it down to my son because some rapper said he was going to do it. Like, it's very contrived way of living. And I'm just like, the moment you apply just a bit of life in your work, like just general life, and start listening to what life is saying, listening to what your body's saying, listening to what your people are saying, work becomes something that stays where it needs to stay. It won't come in and say, whoa, son, you've got to take on my work. No. Son, you don't want to do that, do you? No problem. Guess what? Uncle said he might take this on. You're always going to be entitled to a percentage. Don't worry. You don't have to do nothing. You got to do what you're going to do. This is the luxury of what we've done. That, to me, is a person that doesn't worship money. A person that worships money and ego and all of that just wants in 10 years' time or however long to go, yeah, this is Woolworths and the Woolworths family. Big man, I think Woolworths is closed now. So I just think, do you know what I'm saying? So I just say, come on, my brothers, man. Let your people them do what they want.
You should be not scared to lose money like that. Yeah, you're passionate about whatever it is that you did. You've built a business or family thing, whatever it may be. But if you die, and it can't be passed on for whatever it may be, that shouldn't be a thing to be scared of, really, at all, should it?
Do you know what I'm scared of? Losing all the contributing factors that allowed me to be the person I am today.
Yeah.
That's what I'm most fearful of. That's why I maintain friendships. That's why I'm regularly speaking to my mum. I understand there are so many things that have built me to what I am today, which allow me to do the things that I do. And if I lose them relationships, I'm losing aspects of myself. So those are the things I'm really scared of losing. Because once I have that, if you lose all the money, I've still got all the things that allowed me to get it in the first place. So what's to say I can't do it again? But if you lose that, and all you've got is the money, when you lose the money, what rhymes with orange? You have nothing, and it's nasty. I don't care about that Eminem video that you keep posting me. Don't post me on Eminem video about words rhyme with orange. Don't talk to me.
Did he rhyme words with orange?
Yeah, because of his accent. There's rules. This is English we're doing, not American.
Go on,
that conversation about like inheriting business is interesting with this guy because he inherited his empire from his dad.
Right.
So he then grew the empire. I was right. It was mostly salt and then some gold. Interesting as well, he owned reportedly 12,000 slaves.
Interesting.
Wow.
Big business. It's mad.
That shouldn't be as a surprise, though.
On his pilgrimage to Mecca, he took he brought a procession of 60,000 men and 12,000 slaves. So that's just the people he brought. A procession.
Procession.
Yeah.
What's a procession?
Procession. So like entourage.
Yeah.
Okay.
An entourage of 60,000 men, friends, brethren,
and then he
whatever.
did bring possessions with him, though.
12,000 slaves, yeah.
Deep.
And those are just the slaves he brought to his pilgrimage. That doesn't include the rest he had back home.
Right.
12,000.
That's nuts. I wonder how that operation worked like that back then.
I would
How
love
do
to
you
seen
even
it.
know that there was 60,000?
I don't know.
How? Why not 49,000? Do you know what? Can I say? I know we won't go into all of this now, but you know, like sometimes, yeah, like I like be watching certain things to do with history and all of this stuff, yeah, and then I always end up just shutting off a little bit because in my head I'm like, kinda, because I'm kind of like, but all right, boom. 1322, yeah. So they'll tell me like the mad shit happened in 1322, but I'm like, Chuckie, so then what happened in 1326?
Wait, Chuckie, do you know how I know it's cap? Bro, I can't remember what happened in 2003, and I was born. It was my life. I can't remember what I was doing in 2003. I might listen to 50 Cent.
It's documented in a certain way, so it's a bit different.
But that's what I'm saying.
No.
I still think these numbers are estimated.
Numbers,
they're heavily estimated.
But look how heavily estimated they are.
They must be.
1326.
Very precise.
It was like 1340 something. This was.
But
Callum,
where we're getting our information from is the same place that tell you that Diana wasn't murdered. So I don't even really care.
What?
In the sense of you're gonna go on the internet and you're gonna find this information. It's all Chinese whispers, fam.
You gotta go
a
to
Chinese
actual
whisper
library.
from then. I'm not on that Chinese whisper. If they can't even tell me what happened within the last 10 years and this morning I heard Arteta tell me his team should have had the game postponed because they all had COVID. It's a lie. You had an argument with Lacazette and Aubameyang and they didn't want to play. And now you're gonna yeah, man.
Man is free.
I'm just saying.
Yo, in 1681. I'm like, but all right, I'm hearing it though. In my mind, I'm like, I'm hearing it. But you got to be able to tell me what happened in 1683.
Yeah, facts.
Because that's a whole year. That's a whole year of other things. Yeah? Or unless you're going to tell me this though, the world moved so slow back then.
I feel like that is.
If you tell me that, the world moved so slow back then.
Genuinely not a lot happened.
That like not really anything happened.
But wait a minute, furthermore.
Go.
Wait. Who's recording this information? Because you man didn't even get along like that. Them man are over there, them man are over there. It was like, no, it was war. Like no one really likes anyone. Everyone wanted to invade and... So I just feel like if I'm getting information from someone who wanted to invade it, they could just say whatever they want. You ask my ex-girlfriend about me. She hates me.
Strong. Can I?
We should get her story.
Two sides every story. Or three sides every story.
And he's not here to tell his story.
And see with the boat thing. You see when you left the country or wherever you went now, yeah, and you didn't know where you was really going like that. Because think about it. Like, let's just say if I leave here and I go and I walk to... So let's say I walk to Oxford Street, but I don't know where Oxford Street is. In fact, I don't even know Oxford Street even exists like that. Yeah. Fam, do you know how long that walk is?
Feel.
Do you know how... You understand what I'm saying?
No, but you know what?
Hold on, wait. Now, I've got there. Coming back now, how do I even... Because it's not like there's a left and a right and a bus this here and a... So wait, so boom, when you've left now, like say you've gone and you've left Africa. Say you've left Africa, yeah.
Maps.
Yeah, but think about how big Africa is, yeah? Right, so boom, you've left, then bam, now you've gone wherever you've gone, yeah? You've like seen some shit, whatever, people have already existed there and all of that now, yeah? So you say, all right, boom, I'm gonna jump back now and I'm gonna fucking... But when you come back now, you've gone to a whole next part of Africa. You can't tell me you've come back to your yard.
Yeah.
What, the big Africa? And you've just come back to your yard. To me, that's mad.
I'm sure they had their ways back then. I'm sure they had their ways back then.
You gotta trust.
You could have left
nature
your
and
yard. You could have left
environment,
Nigeria and then boom, come back and went and ended up in Kenya. Do you know how far those places
Chuckie,
are today?
Chuckie, they might have even been better than us, you know, because they didn't have the distractions and all this. They worked with the nature and the environment and things that we don't. The things we ignore now. And do you know what as well? You know,
technology.
Yeah, do you know? That's what I was gonna say. Like, you know how you lot are saying like the world was slower back then. You gotta remember, because there was no technology, you had time on your hands. Like now, if we're bored, I go on my phone, I play PS5, I watch Netflix, whatever. There's so much distraction.
All those things are time in your hand.
Back then, you're just looking at the sun and the sky and the bushes.
No, but do you know why we're Chuckie though? Because like, obviously, I can see how a plane will fly today. And when I look out the window, I just see water and blues. Everything look the same. But they got radios and they can see them and... Now we know about Bermuda Triangle and bare things. Right. So we can say to them, yo, don't go there because if you go there, this might happen and rare tear tear. You mean to tell me these man just knew everything and there was no record? They could just jump on the boat. I'm sure there's a logical explanation for it, but like we can make this journey and everything's fine and we can fly back. But
they did it. They brought bare slaves from Africa to the Caribbean.
Yeah, of course.
They did it.
And multiple trips.
Yeah, for real.
Bare times, innit?
Yeah.
They had their ways.
The Queen owes Jamaica 2 trillion. I saw on a Netflix documentary the other day.
Explain.
2 trillion.
Did you watch Explain? Did you see how the flag?
The 20-minute about royals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And have you seen the one with the flags and that?
Was it the same one?
Yeah, so it's another.
Is it that same episode or a different one?
It's a different episode. I believe.
I've watched a lot of them.
Watch the flag one because you
we'll
start seeing how the flags used to be when fucking England like had colonized all of it, and literally you would see like the flags in all of the countries.
I need to watch that.
Explains hard though. It's sick.
Bro, the royal one. You need to see the royal one. It's mad. They owe us peace.
No, I can't watch it. I'm already Malcolm Poe at times. If I watch that, you might be getting kicked off podcast.
No, but Poe, half of me will get kicked off. Poe, but what I'm saying is, as well, that when you watch it, it's actually talking about how there's a demise of them. They're dying out. And they're struggling to hold on. The royals. They're struggling to hold on. The ones in Japan or wherever it is, they're in a crisis or something because apparently the chains, I don't know.
I don't know how true this is, but I don't know about them dying out. But what I do know is that if the Queen said today, we want Milan back, we will have to go.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Times, on these times we'll get on it.
The people from Zimbabwe had no...
I don't know strong right now.
Cash Tastic got... I'm joking. Cash Tastic's fine. Everyone, don't worry. It's
fine.
fine.
Yeah, what was that about?
Nah, it's cool, man. It's my brother. No, but I just think, honestly, really and truly, bro, I hear where you're coming from. I hear all that dying out. But on the 25th of December, like I say, the Queen will be sitting down with things on her head that does not belong to her and nothing.
That's coming to an end.
When?
I'm getting that feeling as well, you know.
I think that we are moving in a direction,
How? Russia's got an MBE. Sterling's got an MBE.
They'll always be rich though. Let's be very clear. They're by far the richest in the world.
Course.
Like,
but
they got private property as well.
Yeah.
So they have property
everywhere, all over the world.
But their Crown Estate property is actually owned by us, the people, and we essentially pay them rent.
Yeah, we pay them. And
that's where the vast majority of their current wealth comes from. Like,
but they also have their own bit
personal stuff as well. Yeah, that they then use that money that they got from us to reinvest.
All it takes is for someone to go on Twitter and say, "Hold on a minute, mate, what the fuck's going on with the Queen?" And then everyone who's on that woke shit there acts like they believe in something, and then people just touch the road. That's what's gonna happen.
You keep saying that, but what I'm saying to you is what they've done to me is smart.
Go on.
I rate them. They've gone, everyone, the black people, they're really, really like not liking us. Let's get Raheem and make him a member of the British Empire with Rashford and all that, gives out some school dinners. And then it looks like these black people that are doing good stuff, but they're part of us. How can we be bad? How can we... And then kneeling before the Queen. The only time everything changes is when Wiley comes back to Twitter.
Oh, God. But do you know what, though? Honestly, brother, I don't think that people really care about MBEs like that, if I'm being honest.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, yeah, it's a ceremony, and like maybe personally within himself or whoever gets it might feel a bit special in that. But I don't think people... Well, no, I shouldn't say that.
Are you losing what's left
in this country? In this country, they care about it.
They care like mad, bro.
But you gotta remember, do you know why it's hard to eradicate the Queen as well? Because the thing with
those people, sorry, Craig, but those people soon dead though.
That's what you think,
the
bro.
people that care about it,
bro. I've been talking about.
Sorry.
I've been talking about black people deserve what they deserve since I was on Copper 90. And if I showed you my DMs 6-7 years ago of these little conservative English kids that are growing up, that are 14, 15, that are now what, 21, 22?
Yeah, adults.
They're adults. They've taken their daddy's business. They carry it on, bro.
So what we're talking about, it's just like us as like London liberals. Yeah, we're thinking more like, I'll go and do my own thing or whatever. But the majority of the country, people are like family orientated still. They still hold those values. But I was just going to say with the Queen, the thing we're chasing and dying to get, her face is on. We're reminded every single day.
It's true.
It's on the pound coin. It's on the note. Like, she's held in such high regard here, and around the world, they look at the Queen different to us. They rate the Queen.
What?
When you go to Africa and certain places, it's like, oh my God, the royals. That's why the royal family, like when there's a wedding or whatever it happens to be, it's like massive. Kate and all of these lot and Harry and Meghan, it's still the biggest watched thing on television.
But don't you think
globally
blows Love Island out the water with you?
Of course, but don't you just think it is that people just like the idea of the king? They like the idea of the concept of a king and a queen.
Yeah, but that's, bro, it's all part of the plan. See, when you watch Disney and you watch Cinderella and all of this, that's all part of it, bro. It's not like just coincidence they made these stories. They want that narrative to be pushed within mainstream media. Push that narrative, and I think man. From like, grow up wanting to be a princess and get married and all of this.
For people in other countries, our royal family is almost like a fantasy as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Go on.
Was Andrew and Elizabeth together?
Yeah.
So why was Andrew the prince? Or whatever his name was. Like,
he wasn't king, so
he wasn't
called
king,
a prince.
so he can't be called a king.
Yeah.
So the prince can be with the queen?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought this is my ignorance. I just thought if that's the queen, that's the king.
I mean, look, some of them are married. Some of them are like distant cousins anyway. That are married
and
stuff.
And then they're not closer than that.
But there's certain criteria. So when Charles comes into power as king, Camilla won't be queen.
Serious?
I can't remember why. But like, that's why when William married Kate, it's even more of a big deal because they will be king and queen. And that will be the first time in a long time we've had a king and a queen at the same time.
It's mad thing.
But I don't know the criteria.
And then think about it. This is what I'm trying to show you why you think they're dying out. That audience, they're on YouTube now. That audience that they've got, they're quite young, you know. I know a couple young people that love this little Willie and whatever the gal's name is. So I just know as they grow, everyone's going to grow with them.
Meanwhile, Harry's in California.
Trust me, take the R and the W out. That's what I'm going to do.
Shoreditch House than that.
Who? Harry?
Harry, so house everywhere.
Hey, Harry, come Halfcast.
Yeah, bro.
If you're really out here.
I think the only thing that would stop him from coming here is potentially being wigged. Has he got security yet?
He would do, but surely by now he would.
Well, my man bust him with security though.
He got away with the Nazi thing though. People sweep that under the rug when he went on the Halloween party with the swastika and stuff.
Do you know
he got away with that?
I don't know how funny is Philip comes from a Nazi family.
Yeah, that's facts.
His father was like super high up in Nazi.
That's in that doc as well. That's what.
To be honest with you, Mitch,
have you seen The Crown? Oh my God.
No, I didn't sweep it under the rug because you know what it is. Consistency defines the man. If we take a look at the world he's coming from, for him to end up with a sister, blood clot me up for real that dog. Because he's come from. We're talking about how like the environment. She's half a sister.
But it could be.
She was with Skepta. She was with Skepta in the film, so that's good enough for me. But I just think. If you come from that and you manage to get out of it, I actually credit you more than some people that haven't come from that. And do you know where I'm coming from? So the Nazi thing, I can push that to the side because you're not promoting that.
Yeah, come on. Should we do so? Let's talk some music actually now. Before we do that, how was the gala?
Incredible.
You did look good though.
Incredible. Apparently I didn't look good according to some people, but the people that are saying I don't look good can't dress, so I don't know.
Oh shit! It was like that. What was people doing best dressed and all of that stuff?
Yeah, well, people that didn't get invited were doing it. Yeah.
Oh, mental.
You know, it's like you didn't make the top 4.
Oh shit!
You're not in the Champions League. You're kind of like
Chloe.
Maybe not even Europa League, but you're commentating on what's going on in the Champions League. You know, man, on in the Champions League, but they talk about what's going on Wednesday, Tuesday night. But it's like. But teach their own.
You're such a nasty guy.
Teach their own. I'm not nasty. I didn't do nothing nasty. This is called a reaction.
Yeah.
To an action.
To be fair, everyone looked like they was dressed alright and that. I had COVID, so I didn't even really spend too much time on what people was wearing like that. But it looked like a nice little vibe.
It was a vibe. You should have obviously COVID got you. Poet had his own reasons as well. COVID and whatever couldn't come true. But it was lit. It was good. It was a proper vibe. The girls.
Yeah, everyone looked really nice.
Phenomenal. Like it was like literally, if you're single, like I am, and you're in your element, like I was,
right?
It's a buffet.
Oh, strong.
Do your thing.
What are you saying?
Free drinks are running. AU, Ace of Spades. Some people's Ace of Spades ran out time ago, but they were still holding a bottle.
I see a lot of that still.
Yeah, a lot of that was going on, man. But it's cool. I respect it
because it goes with the outfit.
It's part
with the outfit.
It's part of the makeup.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you.
But I don't think you didn't pay for it though.
I would have taken it home.
Wait, so hold on, wait. The actual champagne itself, you didn't pay for it. It was just people just picked it off the table.
Allegedly, it was free. No, it was given out to certain members.
Oh, okay.
Certain, you know what I'm saying? Elite members that were in, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine that man start turning up there early to try and get the bottle quick.
I don't think it was an early thing, you know. See if you're chosen or you're not.
That's what it is. That's what it is. They know. Posting them on you.
Yeah.
Slide that there. You slide this. Come on.
And I like posting.
I rate it though, because we need to do that. Because when I know, like, and that's what's sick about it. In the past, I felt like everyone's always compared us. Oh, you're trying to do Met Gala, Rock Nation brunch, whatever. To me, this didn't feel like that. It didn't even cross my mind. This was us.
Yeah.
We're in a Victoria Albert Museum.
That's
Beats by Dre sponsoring it. Our stars are stars. There's Fredo in the building. You know what I'm saying? There's Stormy, Potter Paper, whatever. These are big people in the building, like, and they're big in their own right now. Like, so yeah, it felt like a moment where our scene had really arrived. We've been here, but do you know what I mean? It felt like us. Don't do the comparison.
And there's a lot of money in there now. There's a lot.
Oh, there was a lot of money was flying around in there.
There's a lot of money.
Even
in
people
there.
behind the scenes, you know, like the Benny Scars, the Nanas, the Twins. These people respect Mikey and Trapstar.
Oh yeah,
killing it.
Actually,
the way they turned up, they looked flying money.
Serious.
There was some serious kettles on wrists as well.
Yeah.
I had to look at my wrist for it. It was very bare. I was just like,
there's a lot.
Maybe that's why I wasn't best stressed. I don't know. Man rate watches a lot in it, so I don't know.
Everyone like it's good though. I think I shouldn't say this actually really too much, but I do think that we gotta like be kind of, I don't know if mindful is the right way of saying this, but I was thinking about this the other day. Yeah, years ago, a lot of people that were getting moved to and stuff like that were all Americans. A lot of Americans were coming here and that, and having situations with their watches and chains and stuff like that. Yeah, and we're having these problems now. No one's really talking about them because it's not the cool thing. No one is going to talk about being robbed in that. It doesn't really fit the narrative or whatever. But what I will say is that because there's a lot of money that's floating around in that now, we do have to be quite vigilant in how we move in that now. Because people are hanging around outside these clubs, like literally just on a very regular basis. And like a couple of people I'm hearing are leaving these clubs and that, yeah. Like restaurants, even the restaurants where everyone's going to with the fucking flowers and all of that. What is that, by the way? What restaurant is this?
Sketch. There's a few of them that do.
I don't know, but isn't this where you lot went? You and Harry and them man went the other day. And
we went London Ivy, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we just.
I see you lot buy flowers and that. I don't know.
Oh, you saw us next to flowers. Yeah, big man. I went chicken the day before. Just mixing it up, you know.
Balance. But yeah, man. I just like we obviously. It's still very crazy like that out there. So it's like.
So what you say?
You got to roll with security.
Man, I think that has to be the thing.
Listen, I did a chat with Russ the other day.
Listen, bro.
And he had a few security guards there. And
Who
stuff,
did?
And I was like, Russ.
Oh really?
Yeah, I had a chat with him.
I don't want to do that to the world, man. I hate that.
I wish we wouldn't. I wish we didn't have to.
No, it's not just that though, because then anyone just starts thinking they're all a target. Like it's not like that.
Okay.
People are targets, but not everybody's a target.
No.
Like, let's be
honest.
honest.
If you roll with big boy jewelry and big boy watches, then it depends what how much you're rolling on you with.
This is what it is to me. Let's be honest now, man. Like let's just see as it is. This is the hood.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. In the hood, if you're the guy that's like, yeah, man, I'm this, I'm that, and that's what music is. It's very bossy, very arrogant. I'm the man. Man, it's gonna test you. Either you had jewelry on or not. If you have jewelry on, it's just a bonus. But if you've got all this chat, which rappers do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Come on, sing up your thing. True, yeah. But if you come, and it's just like in anything back in the day, you can have that chat in your area. But when you come out of your area, if you're not certy like that, you're gonna be tested. Now, what I would say to a lot of these rappers, a lot of these people,
most are not certy, by the way.
Exactly. Stop thinking because you have money and huge numbers, you're certy.
That's true.
Because you could be certy, but you're not certy to the people that you're working with. You're just certy to the audience buying into it. The people know who's real. Like we know what rappers will go to that dance, and if you touch them, it is madness. And I can't lie to you. We know the rappers that you go to that dance, and not just rappers. We don't have to narrow it down to just that. Just people in the entertainment field that will go to that dance, and if you touch them, nothing happens. And you just got to be honest with yourself and say, which one am I? Nothing happens or something happens. And more times, but some people are not even in that conversation. Some people just cut through, do their thing, like Mo the comedian. I'm sure you can just go places. No one cares. He's Mo the comedian. The energy he gives off, beautiful. Yeah. But you see these rappers, be careful.
I agree with you, like the majority of what you're saying I agree with, but I still don't think it's that black and white though. I still think that, you know, it could be Mo, it could be anyone. You go somewhere with a richer mill.
Mitch, they're going to bloody dances. I won't say the name of the dance, but they're going to dances where the hood man are at, and they're outside the dance, waiting for them to come, opening car doors, taking the. It's mad out here, bro. I'm being real with you, bro. I know, cause it's mad out here.
No, but basically what I'm saying is though, anyone, like you could not be on the bravado, not be on the gas, not be a show off. On the wrong day, you have the right watch on. The wrong day. Like, it could be a Richard Mille or a Sky Dweller. Yeah. And you're walking down the wrong road and you see youths. Yeah. They just see it as an eat, even if you're a good guy. Yeah. That's just a quick lick. It just depends.
I know, but because we're sending it down to this and all of that. I don't want to scare people and not think that they can. You can do your thing, but you just need to recognize who you are.
That was more the point. It wasn't trying to scare anyone or anything like that. I'm just hearing stuff. That's all. but they're not like, maybe obviously because we're a part of certain things or whatever, you know, you just hear certain conversations that are being had. And I'm like, when I'm hearing these conversations, I'm saying, I'm not really surprised because there's a lot of money out here right now. And like, I think there's a lot of money and there's a lot of excitement. And I think that there's that of remembering, you know what, like, I don't want to say knowing who you are because that sounds rude, innit? Yeah.
No, it's not, my brother. Like, if you're a footballer for Leicester City and you've grown up in Leicester City,
I think it's like
just because you dress nice and you dress like you're a black, you know, like you're from the hood and all of that, and people go, "Oh, you got good fashion sense." Cause if you go to the wrong dance, I don't care if you like these rappers, you're getting robbed.
You know,
back in the day, let's just keep it 100. Back in the day, there wasn't much money in this scene.
No.
All that's changed is there's money in the scene.
A lot of
the criminals, the man them, everyone is still here.
Out here.
Yeah.
So if you say, yeah, I play football on a Saturday and footballers, you get sucked, robbed, your watch is gone. It's gone. But your form's dipping now.
Especially
you might
if you ain't
have
done anything
dreadlocks,
for your
it's crazy,
community
bro.
as well.
Huh?
Especially if you ain't done anything for your community.
Yeah.
If you ain't done nothing for your community, but you got all the bread, then man in the community.
They're getting gas. They're watching Little Baby and all of these dons, fam. You're not Little Baby. You play Premier League football.